Well, if you even think about criticizing BLM, well, expect to get yourself canceled. In this case here, get your products removed from shelves at Costco. We're going to break this down, guys. Before we go any further, if you enjoy my daily content here on YouTube, I encourage you can help support my ministry over on Patreon as little as $5 a month. Patreon.com/conservative-truth. That link in the description gets you access to over 20 exclusive podcasts where I talk a lot more about sensitive information. You get the alerts for anything that goes up on that platform, unlike YouTube, where you're not going to be notified for every video that I do. So when you get done watching this video, browse back to check what you've missed. Please like this video, share it, hit the bell, subscribe, and I'll wear the glasses because I'm blind. Now, let's talk about Palmetto Cheese founder Brian Henry, also the mayor of Pawleys Island, South Carolina. He made the comments at the end of August as it refers to BLM. There was a shooting that took place that basically took the lives of two innocent white people. The shooting was done by a black man. Henry knew the family of the two victims here that were shot. He was very angered by this. Him and his wife both knew the family. He then went on Facebook. He put a post out and he called groups like BLM and Antifa T organizations. You guys know what I mean when I say T organizations. He said they needed to be held accountable. And of course, nobody in the national media, there was no outcry for this. Why? Because the victims were white. Well, about a week or so later, 2 weeks later, what did Henry do? Well, he did what pretty much everybody always does. He apologized. That's right. He gave a press conference and apologized for his hurtful and insensitive comments that he made on Facebook and then had gone on to delete that post. Now, why did he do this? I mean, he went on there and said, I met with faith leaders, local faith leaders here around Pawleys Island, and realized that there was injustice that was going on, and I realized that my comments were just so insensitive. I wasn't thinking. I've been better educated now on these things, and now we can move forward with true justice and equality for everybody here on Pawleys Island. And I just don't get it. Now, here we are, weeks later now. After that, he puts that initial apology out. What does Costco do? They're starting to pull his products. The Palmetto cheese is now gone. It's disappearing from shelves across the country. Now, Costco has not yet released an official statement on this. However, a sign at one Costco in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, said that that particular Costco location and 120 others across the country were no longer carrying any of the Palmetto cheese products. They were all being taken down off the shelves. Well, of course, we know why. Because it was the comments that he made about BLM. But even after he apologized, what's happening? The products are still coming down. And what does that tell you? It's something that I always say, that no matter what you do, if you bow down to these people, if you bend the knee, if you cave, if you get down on your knees and you beg for forgiveness and you try to virtue signal, they still come after you. There's nothing that you can do that is going to make these people happy. Absolutely nothing. So instead of Henry sticking to his guns on this, not letting up, sticking by his comments, he apologizes and he still is getting his products pulled from the shelf despite that. I do not feel any sympathy for him whatsoever. None. I am not sorry for him at all. When you cower, when you cave to these people, you get what you deserve. Now, would his products been pulled anyway if he would have stood his ground? Well, yeah, probably. But they're being pulled still, even though after he, retracted. And often in these cases, when you stand your ground, you've seen what happens. If people try to boycott you or pull your product, you have all these other people that then come to your defense then all of a sudden. And he could have possibly seen a huge spike in sales for Palmetto cheese and the other pimento products. Well, we saw it with Goya. The Goya guy, he was not going to back down. He didn't apologize for supporting the president. They tried to boycott him, say boycott, Goya, and everything like Goya products. And yet he gets this huge amount of support that came in. People buying Goya products everywhere they went. Same thing could have been here with Brian Henry, but instead he backed down, he cowered down, and he's getting his products pulled anyway. And now those that originally supported his statements, they're not going to care anymore. It's a sad state. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you, and I'll talk with you soon.